Refreshers is not coming. They are here. Let's go right down to Bay Street as Refreshers are taking this street by storm.
Brought to you by the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, along with Scotiabank, giving you the best. Giving you the best. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Number one. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? First up. Number one. First up. Number one. First up. Who are we? Who are we? First up. Number one. Big dancer, big dancer. Oh man, these girls are dancing. Oh, it's getting worse up in here. It's getting worse up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Let's get in worse up in here, people. This is what Junkanoo is all about. Refreshers here. They're coming to war. They're here. Make some noise, refreshers. Make some noise. Oh, I just love the parents from here. Look at the parents. It's here for refresh the parents.
We are now going to take a break to head on over to the Northern Service. When we come back, we will continue with our coverage of Junior Junkanoo. We head now to the Northern Service for our national report.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Attorney General gives a breakdown on the proposed Bill Amendment Act 2024. And fentanyl, a killer drug, now a national cause for concern. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, following the Prime Minister's announcement regarding amendments to the Bail Act. The Attorney General elaborated on the details during the weekly press briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister, shedding light on how the revised Bail Act will function. The Attorney General outlined crucial aspects of the changes, offering insight into the government's proactive approach to reforming the legal framework around the bill. Raven Davis reports.
Escalating crime rates have prompted a collective plea for stricter penalties. And while the Prime Minister's stance on bail amendments receives support, some legal experts argue that the judiciary already has adequate protection to deny bail. Well, during the weekly Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing, Attorney General Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder gives a breakdown on the amendment to the Bail Act tabled by the Prime Minister during a monumental House session on Wednesday. Pinder underscoring that the 2024 Bail Amendment Bill focuses on revoking bail in cases where individuals previously granted bail engage in new criminal activities and aims to address repeat offenses.
Courts have denied bail in two specific instances. The first, when granting bail would threaten public safety and order, and the second, when granting bail would put the defendant himself, the accused, at risk, and the defendant should be kept in custody for his own protection. Courts have become more diligent in applying these standards, and lately we have seen more instances of bail being denied by the courts. This is progress.
Introducing a new and groundbreaking measure. The first part of the amendment outlines the guidelines for entering into bail bonds, accompanied by a specified format outlined in Schedule 3.
The breach of, I quote, the breach of any of the conditions contained in the recognizance of bail shall result in the revocation of bail. Furthermore, Section 9A, subsection 5 provides, and I quote, the recognizance of bail shall be conditioned that the accused person not commit any offense while on bail. So that's the embedded condition in the bail. So when you sign your bail, you agree that you're not going to offend the law.
Now it is mandatory and integrated into the bail bond that if an accused on bail violates conditions or is convicted of an offense, the bail bond is automatically revoked.
The bail provides that this structure will adhere to all bail bonds issued by the courts.
Additionally, Pinder says the amendments in sections 12, 12A, and 12B underscores that breaking the conditions of an accused bail remains an offense, reinforcing the existing law.
From now on, the only penalty for violating your bail conditions is jail.
Pinder noting that government, alongside the Office of the Attorney General, is actively collaborating for swifter and more effective prosecutions. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks, Raven. Well, police officials and local health experts taking a closer look at the dangerous drug fentanyl last night. A town hall meeting was held to share with residents the impact of this new drug that is a cause for alarm. Jay Philippe has more in this report.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force Grand Bahama Urban Renewal Department held a town hall meeting at Christ the King Church. The purpose of the meeting was to inform residents on Grand Bahama on the presence and increase of dangerous drugs in our community.
Cocaine, we had time. Alcohol had lots of time. Marijuana had a lot of time. With fentanyl, you got 3 minutes. Unless that Narcan is given, the person will die.
Fentanyl is one of many dangerous drugs that police say is trending in our country. This is why during a town hall meeting, Dr. David Allen made an impactful presentation urging residents on Grand Bahama to be aware of the man-made drug also known as an opioid that is used for the treatment of pain. However, Dr. Allen says many persons are now using it illicitly as a recreational drug which can be life-threatening.
You know, since 2018, 400,000 American young people have died. What's our census in the Bahamas? 400,000. We can get knocked out in 2 months. We cannot have this. We can't have an epidemic of fentanyl in the Bahamas. We can't.
Recently on Grand Bahama, there were 2 deaths where fentanyl was discovered in the bodies of the deceased. This, according to Assistant Commissioner of Police for the Northern Bahamas, Shanton Knowles.
1 pill. Another guy took a half a pill. Death. It's the drug you must not take.
There are other drugs that have been found throughout the Bahamas that are spreading throughout the islands and even in the Northern Bahamas. ACP Shanton Knowles says the police is on high alert for those that partake in the illegal use and distribution of drugs.
We do have some dangerous drugs on our streets that are in the hands of people whose hands they should not be in.
While it is the Royal Bahamas Police Force duty to protect and serve, Knowles is also urging residents and parents to be vigilant of the trending drugs impacting our communities.
The message is that we would educate, but that we would also get the community to partner with us so that we can find those persons who are in possession of these drugs and take them off the streets.
Now, the town meeting that was held last night is just one of many initiatives that the Royal Bahamas Police Force Urban Renewal Department has on their agenda to help tackle the fight against dangerous drugs. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Well, after months of public dialogue about the future of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Port President Ian Rowe breaking his silence on government and port relations today in the nation's capital. While he did not go into details on the possible sale of the Grand Bahama Port Authority or whether or not the port owes the government for services rendered, he says both of the government and the port remain passionate about the direction of Grand Bahama Island.
The Prime Minister made certain comments, and other ministers made certain comments about what they want to see. And of course, the Prime Minister is very passionate about the entire Bahamas. He wants to see progress on every single island, including Grand Bahama, for a while, due to all sorts of different reasons, such as the pandemic and the various hurricanes that have affected that island has caused significant issues with the economy in Grand Bahama. There's no other island in the Bahamas who suffered like Grand Bahama as a result of these natural disasters.
He admits that as a result of this, many residents have been left in a frustrated state, but he touts that major projects are untapped for the island.
I think persons on the island had become frustrated and had communications with government, etc. Of course, the government very passionate about every single island, wanting development to happen, is very concerned. But we are pleased to actually say to everybody that we have well over $1.5 billion, almost $2 billion worth of projects now for Grand Bahama. And I think the government has also said that recently, in fact, the PM said today, he reiterated what we've been saying for a while about the number of projects in the pipeline that will help transform the economy of Grand Bahama.
Now, the government has gone on record noting that it has withdrawn the offer to purchase the Port Authority and its assets, but will instead take the matter to arbitration to pursue compensation for what they believe the Bahamas government is owed for services rendered. In other news, the government's eyeing 2 proposals for the North Abaco port. But Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, says no final decisions have been made. The RFP process has concluded, but she says her ministry is seeking guidance from the Office of the Prime Minister to assure that the right decisions are made to the benefit of Abaconians. The government has been looking at a potential $100 million investment to transform the Marsh Harbor and Cooperstown ports into a state-of-the-art facility.
We just agreed a partnership with the U.S. Embassy to support upgrades to security systems and security plans out there. And so we would be in partnership as the ministry to upgrade it as best as we can to make sure that in the right security protocols for when audit time comes. And we will be looking to further review the proposals that we got for that port so that we could advance it and proceed.
This is taking some time because considerations must be made to the financial model the proposal recommends and other factors.
We also have to make sure we consider the island and the economic structure and make sure that whatever is decided is a benefit to the community. And so it's something that we are constantly discussing. It hasn't been ignored, but we want to make sure that the right decisions are made.
Well, tonight we bring you a glimpse into the captivating world of travel from Raleigh, North Carolina, as our Aja Kwan speaks with Bahamasair's marketing manager, Stephen Gay, on a new, exciting familiarization tour. She joins us live from the city with all the details. Aja, what's happening in the city of Oaks?
We are coming to you live here in Raleigh, Durham, where excitement is definitely filling the air as Bahamasair is hosting their familiarization tour. Joining us now is the marketing manager at Bahamasair, Stephen Gay, who's going to tell us all about the exciting things to do here in Raleigh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, too.
So, Mr. Gay, tell us all about this familiarization tour.
This is a great time for Bahamasair and the Ministry of Tourism. We are using this opportunity to showcase Raleigh, Durham, and what Bahamasair has to offer in terms of service flying into Raleigh, Durham, and just showcase the destination as a viable option for Bahamians to come and visit, as instead of going to your typical Florida, to the destinations we offer in Florida, we want to offer you something new and exciting.
Now, I know normally you take travel agents from Raleigh to Grand Bahama, but this time you're taking agents from Grand Bahama to Raleigh. Talk about that and the reason behind that.
Yes, the reason is because we want to be able to have a showcase of the people who are on the ground in our country to let them know what we have to offer. So we brought travel agents from New Providence and from Grand Bahama to Raleigh so they could experience the Bahamasair flight and to experience what we have to offer here in Raleigh by way of our industry partners. We are going to be taking you guys on trips to experience a lot of the places of interest like historic points, shopping points, entertainment, and of course food. And so we believe that all of those are the key areas we want to showcase and let people know that they are within reach of everyone in the Bahamas, especially now that we're offering a $2.99 rate to fly to and from Raleigh for $2.99 up until the end of February.
Now, I know on our way here you spoke about the special part of Raleigh. You talked about the triangle. Tell us a little bit about that.
And what they call the triangle here, this is where it's made up of, it's a school town, and so a lot of the big universities like Duke University, University of North Carolina, and others like Shaw University and St. Augustine University are in this area, in this one single area. And so in this triangle, all these schools get together and they move around, and the town is pretty much built around it. And we want to be able to showcase this as well to our Bahamians who are college bound. Perhaps this would be an interesting destination for them to go to the university. And we want to let them know that we can get you there. And for students who are here now, students and residents of the area, we let you know that we can give you that flight home.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Raleigh, Durham, a place you may want to visit in the near future. Be sure to stay tuned into our ZNS network to find out all of the things to do here in this wonderful city. Reporting live here from Raleigh, Durham for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Adra Quant. Back to you in Grand Bahama.
Thanks so much, Audra. Well, Jack Haywood High School students say they are ready to hit the streets this Saturday in true Junkanoo style. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
It's all about Super Bowl 58. Watch the 2024 NFL playoffs at the Pub Club Beach Bar and Grill. Multiple TV screens to catch every action. Enjoy drinks, specials, great food, and super giveaways. Fun kicks off at 12 p.m. Sunday, February 11. See you at the Pub Club.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
At Harvey's Tech Bargains, West Mall Plaza, find the best deals on smart TVs, laptops, game consoles, tablets, cell phone accessories, gift cards, and so much more. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Don't miss the 25% sale at Park & Shop this January 26th, 27th, 29th, 30th, and 31st, excluding underwear and red tag items.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
New Birth Herring Services is testing in Grand Bahama. On January 26th, herring tests will be held in Freeport. Contact 328-8644 or 801-4486 today.
Mo Divas in the Britannia Mini Mall and Mo Hustle at the Tropical Commercial Center is having a spectacular sale. Get 25% off now through January 31st on clothing, shoes, hats, handbags, and underwear. Visit the store today.
Here at Gizmos and Gadgets, we still offer #1 in services, repairs, accessories, and all your gaming supplies. We've got it all just for you. And if you don't see something you want, you can come in, order it, and just a click of a mouse, we'll have it here within 4 days for you. Whatever it is you need, we've got it for you. We carry all the name brand in phones and also in accessories. We carry your iPhone 5, straight on up into your iPhone 11 Pro Max. We carry the Samsungs from the Samsung's J2 Core all the way to Samsung 11. And we've got all your skin cases for those outer boxes, all your commuter cases, all your glitter cases, and all your headphones. Our store hours are 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, and you can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
Apostles Tony and Ann Grant and the members and followers of A Call to Holiness Ministries Agape House invites you to Glory Sunday. This Sunday, January 28th at 9 a.m. at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop. Come and join us as we receive from heaven concerning 2024. Don't miss Glory Sunday. This Sunday, January 28th at 9 a.m. at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop.
The ZNS Network and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the Anthony Huck Williams 2024 Junior Junkanoo Parade. Live from Pioneers Way on January 27th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The schools are ready to hit the parade route come January 27th for the annual Junior Junkanoo Parade. Among them, Jack Haywood High School. These students say they are bringing fierce competition and they are doing it for the culture.
We were a bit disappointed last year based on the scores that were produced. So our students came together. We reorganized, and we're coming for war. Our students have been in the shack since October, along with teachers. We've all been working feverishly to get the students to perform as well as get their costumes ready. We are presenting school spirit. So our students will display what happens behind the walls of Jack Haywood Senior High from year to year. We have the traditional goat skin drums, the cowbells, as well as the fringing and the design of the costumes, as well as we plan to bring a lot of energy to the road. We have at least 150 participants. Our choreographed dancers are basically the ones that put the energy on the road. But I must say, every single section has something to offer, and we plan to perform. Every single student, every single teacher is excited to perform, and so every aspect of the Junkanoo we're going to put on the road this year.
I certainly look forward to seeing it all on Saturday. Well, primary school basketball playoffs got underway at the gym. Here's Jay Philippe with your check on sports.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe.
And I'm Lucas Wagos, and welcome to sports. Today we have so much highlights for you in sports. Let's get started with girls basketball action.
The first semi-final game was between Lewis Yard Primary and Bartlett Hill. The game came down to a shootout, but at the end it was Lewis Yard that came out on top to advance to the championship game.
I am so excited that we actually made it to championship. It was a long journey. We worked hard and we get to see the fruits of that on Friday, and hopefully we come out with the win. But it was a good game. It was a very aggressive game. We had to find ourselves in a shootout at the end. One of the 5 girls actually scored the winning shot. So.
In the other semi-final, the defending champions Freeport Primary went against their rival school, Walter Parker. This one was not close as Freeport Primary dominated this one 12-3, earning a trip back to the big dance.
We have 5 girls that came back from last year's championship team, and today we was able to hit shots today. So throughout the season, shots wasn't falling as good as they fell today, and it's just our luck of the draw today.
Switching gears now in sports, the YMCA girls soccer program is still going strong each and every Saturday. Here's Coach Mary Knowles on how things have been progressing.
It's going pretty good. We have a good number out. We're still hoping on more. We're hoping that we could fill up all the different divisions, 6 and 7, 8 to 10, 11 and 12, and 13 and over. We have 1 to 2. We have the Kicking Cuties, 3 to 5, and then from 2 to 4 we have the 6 and 7, 8 to 10, 11 and 12, and we also have the 13 and up, the beginners. Some of our kids coach with us, and so from 3 to 4 we have a league. We've actually asked some people out of school to come and play with them so that the girls that are going off to school next year or the year after would have some competition, because a lot of them are new players.
Also in sports, scores from the Grand Bahama Volleyball Association Night League in Game 1, the Aces won over GB Power Shockers in 3 sets, 25-14, 18-15, and 15-7. Now in Game 2, the Sand Basket Spikers scored the win against Baker Boys in 2 straight sets, 21-6 and 21-8. And finally in sports, former Tabernacle Falcon track and field standout Colony Farrington was named Conference Track and Field Athlete of the Week in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Since the year started, Farrington won a 200-meter dash in a time of 24.08 seconds to set a new school record and meet record. She also won the 400 meters in 54.42 seconds to set a new meet record while qualifying for nationals.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you today in sports. I'm Lucas Wagos, and that's Jay Philippe over there. Make it a great one.
Excellent. Lucas is a 16-year-old autistic student at Pathway Tutoring. Today is his birthday, and he's an example that all things are possible.
Hi, I'm Pastor Frank Hagan from the School of Prophetic Ministry with a special invitation for you to attend the gathering.
It will be an apostolic prophetic release conference like none other. The gathering, January 24th to the 26th at 7:30 p.m. at the School of Prophetic Ministry, featuring Prophet Eric Von Copeland from San Antonio, Texas, Apostle Rick Bethel from Belgrade, Florida, Apostle Christopher Russell from the Christian Tabernacle Church, Nassau, Bahamas, and the Christian Tabernacle Church, Praise Team. The gathering, January 24th to the 26th. Don't you miss it.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Hey, I'm D'Amico Nesbitt and welcome to Health Bites, where each and every week we give you a helpful tip to help you on your health and fitness journey. Today we're going to talk about the importance of drinking water. Your body is made about 60% of water, so it's very vital for your body to function effectively. I'm going to give you quickly 3 of the main benefits of drinking water. One benefit is that it helps to remove toxins and flush toxins out of the body and keep your body regular. That means you go to the bathroom on time. So sometimes you might get constipated, maybe because you're not drinking enough water to help flush those toxins out. And that can help prevent symptoms such as being irritable, having bad skin, and so on. A second benefit of drinking a lot of water, it helps to prevent pain, and that can be pain from things like kidney stones or an everyday headache. Sometimes when you're dehydrated, you get headaches. Of course, if you don't drink enough water, you can get kidney stones, which are very painful. The third benefit is that water can help aid with your weight loss goals. So, water, sometimes you can confuse hunger with thirst. So a good way to prevent that is to make sure that your water intake is high. And also, drinking water as opposed to drinking sugary drinks such as juices and sodas and so on will help to keep your calorie intake down and help you along with your weight loss goals. We have these nifty water bottles here at the Fitness Connection that can help you stay on track with your water drinking for the day. So come over and check us out, and thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
The ZNS Network and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the Anthony Huck Williams 2024 Junior Junkanoo Parade. Live from Pioneers Way on January 27th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tonight, our Facebook friend is Henry Wolton, who celebrated a birthday this week. Happy belated birthday greetings. Also, a special happy 32nd anniversary to Shauna and Peter Taylor. Thank you both so much for your continued support of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, hotel strike looms. Bail terms examined, medical emergency in Gibson corruption case, and in sports, Cobras strike. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akushla Pinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The economic impact of violence on the global economy comes in at a mind-boggling reported price tag of $14.4 trillion, a number so large we all get a clear idea of its detrimental impact to any country if left unchecked. This, then, is exactly what the government is hoping to avoid, just as the Prime Minister shared with stakeholders attending today's 33rd Annual Bahamas Business Outlook. Still, he's not only encouraged by his administration's crime-fighting strategy, but refuses to be deterred from the central focus of growing the economy. Carla Palmer has more.
It's no secret that the business community is concerned about the high rate of crime currently plaguing our country. And it's an uneasiness that the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, the Honourable Philip Davis, is definitely aware of. He assured his government's going to build a future of opportunity and security by creating a more dynamic economy and by making sure there are more ladders leading to success and ownership for those who start life in humbler circumstances. Prime Minister Davis used the Bahamas Business Outlook stage Thursday to further remind the country about his administration's anti-crime strategy, and he's hoping to have all hands on deck.
We still need parents and grandparents to create loving, safe homes. We still need strong and virtuous men to stand up as role models and mentors to offer the power of their example. We still need neighbors and communities who care. Just because the plague of crime is not easily solved does not mean it is unsolvable. This is a battle we must win, and it is a battle we can win.
And to win, the Prime Minister maintains policies that address poverty and guns and drugs and mental health are essential. When it comes to the economy, Prime Minister Davis detailed the government's determination and efforts to remain focused in its growth, like reforming the government's national investment policy, expanding Family Island ecotouristic developments, more access to capital, and removing any existing barriers to doing business here in the country.
At the end of last year, the IMF raised its projections for 2024. We welcomed a record 8 million plus visitors in 2023, and we are building on that success. We have lowered the unemployment rate from historic high levels to a rate not seen since before the 2008 recession. We anticipate that our economy will continue to add jobs this year.
Prime Minister Davis is optimistic about his administration's pledge to elevate innovative and solution-oriented ideas to drive progress, bring about real change, and create a brighter future for all Bahamians. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, as you've heard in recent days, stemming the tide of violence includes reforming the law when it comes to the granting of bail. The Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs details why the move is necessary, which also defending his previous comments that fuels criticism. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
Police, prosecutors, and the judiciary have formed a special working group to examine the terms under which bail should be granted and denied, examine additional reforms, and test their efficacy. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, the Honourable Ryan Pinder, made the announcement at Thursday's OPM press briefing. This coming on the heels of Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis's announcement that government will amend the Bail Act to allow the automatic revocation of bail for accused who commit new offences. With 17 murders already recorded for this year and statistics reflecting that those who are on bail are often the victims of violent crime and sometimes repeat offenders, Pinder says a collaborative approach between the three agencies is vital to ensure the effective and timely prosecution of criminals.
Article 20 of our Constitution gives all persons accused of criminal offenses the presumption of innocence until a court of law finds them guilty or they plead guilty or not guilty. Notwithstanding this and the grant of bail to accused, and notwithstanding delays in trials, there are grounds in law ratified and approved by the Court of Appeal where the grant of bail can be denied.
Those are when the public safety is threatened or when granting bail would put the accused at risk. The Attorney General insists that in too many instances, the accused reoffends or violates bail conditions, and the new amendment will ensure that they no longer have that opportunity, specifying it impacts repeat and in many instances, violent offenders.
From now on, the only penalty for violating your bail conditions is jail. Yes, this is being described as a hardline approach, but we believe that what is needed here, it is what is needed here in service of justice and to protect our families and our communities.
The AG defends the perceived reversal of his position with regards to bail, addressing his previous comments, suggesting the current law provides adequate protection and adequate ability for the judiciary to deny bail in certain instances. He stands by those comments.
It was in the context of amending the Bail Act regarding the granting of bail and the denial of bail. And I made clear that our regime provides for that and no amendments would be necessary because we, as I described earlier, there are grounds for the denial of bail. What this amendment seeks to do is provide a framework for bail to be revoked.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, after a relatively quiet recent months, trouble appears to be brewing on the labor front. Hotel workers could soon be headed to the picket line, and tonight, hotel operators are being warned that the ball's now in their court as to what may happen next. Corval Pyfram has the story.
Tonight, the Atlantis Resort, which represents the largest group of union members, is being called out by the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union for attempting to upend an agreement it had previously reached with the union over a pay increase of 8% across the board. Union President Darren Woods accuses Atlantis and other hotel properties employers of seeking to renege on the deal after the government increased the minimum wage. Woods says this reversal is particularly unsettling to workers who fall in the tipping category.
When you talk about their base pay, these are the tipping category person who we're trying to strengthen their base pay, where they're able to go and get loans and qualify for homes and the like, which is very, very important in this country.
This morning, Woods, along with executives from a number of other trade unions and his members from various hotel properties, staged a demonstration at the foot of the Sydney Poitier Bridge, calling on the hotels to honor their commitments to the workers, but also hoping this action gets the government's attention.
The membership at large, and that is from Ocean Club in the east to Life Key in the west, they are frustrated with the inordinate amount of time it has taken to have us complete this negotiation. And like I said, they have decided last night that enough is enough. This is now the first step for us to conclude these negotiations.
Head of Umbrella Union, the Bahamas National Alliance Trade Union Congress, Belinda Wilson, is demanding urgency in resolving this matter.
And we stand here today in support and solidarity with the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union. And I will say to the government, if you are wise, you will work quickly.
Because until we are able to get what our people are duly justified and entitled to, we're going to continue to press.
Officials from the association representing the hotels did not respond to calls for comment. ZNS News received a statement from Labor Director Howard Thompson, who said until today he was unaware that there were outstanding issues between the parties, and as such, he has invited all concerned to sit down with him in hopes of putting this issue behind them. Mr. Woods insists that this morning's demonstration was not a form of industrial action. At no time did workers withdraw their labor, nor was there any work stoppage. As for what will happen next, he would only tell us in 2 words: stay tuned. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfram.
Now, in a brief release late this afternoon, Bahamas Hotel and Restaurant Employees Association President Russell Miller expressed surprise and disappointment by the hotel union president's statements, given, he said, that they are in the final stages of completing negotiations, with both sides having already agreed to all financial and non-financial terms and conditions in the new agreement. In fact, according to Miller, they were in the process of vetting and binding documents for signature, going on to call the, quote, unexpected 11th hour impasse incredibly unfair. Miller added that he and his bargaining team members, who for 10 years, he says, have worked without an agreement due to the union's failure, will not allow today to derail their commitment to finalizing a new deal as soon as possible. Well, if you were looking to license your car at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium today, that was a no-go as road traffic services there were suspended due to renovation works. The Ministry of Energy and Transport confirming that the closure is only temporary. Still, crews could be seen dismantling roof trusses. We understand staffers are unhappy with working conditions, showed up at the facility today only to be sent home. Now, anyone needing those services are asked to visit Fort Charlotte or the Kamika Road sub-offices. Still to come, an unexpected twist in Gibson corruption trial. Plus our feature story of the night, high achievers honored at L.W. Young. After our final weather break. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed. Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
Dozens of experienced and potential pineapple farmers here in Eleuthera listened attentively to experts from Costa Rica at a town hall meeting recently, and they're optimistic about future yields. I'm Leah Cooper, and this is Good to Grow.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, that is good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
two experienced pineapple farming experts from Costa Rica graced our shores recently with a goal of improving production on Eleuthera's most iconic crop. It's all a part of an ongoing project at the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, spearheaded by consultant Shakara Lightbourne. The project started with a feasibility study ahead of the town hall meeting, and here's what Lightbourne says experts found.
I think the first thing that they need to improve on is keeping good records. Because when you have data and you have records, you're able to make better decisions, and that's in anything in life.
The meeting covered an array of topics from pest control and crop disease prevention. Some farmers in attendance shared what they learned and will be applying in the future.
I think I'm going to manage more better how I plant and when I plant slips when I receive them. Because it's my understanding that a lot of times when people get slips, you have them sitting for a while, and whilst they're sitting, they can become infected by simple mere ants.
That they are concerned with using less synthetic agrochemicals and moving more towards biological controls, biological pesticides.
Prolonged harvesting was also a topic of discussion, and it was something the farmers were particularly excited about, according to Lightbourne.
One of our experts, he says that he exports 120 containers of pineapples every week. So our farmers are very eager to get to that level of production, or interested in even getting close to that. So we are talking about a trip to Costa Rica for them to see what other countries are doing. And Costa Rica being the largest exporter of pineapples in the world, why not learn from a country like that?
She shares what's next on the agenda for this pineapple project.
Well, the next step in this project is to improve on training. I think the overall project is going to focus on improving the things that our farmers are doing well already. There are some small interventions as simple as the biosecurity, keeping your farm clean, keeping your planting material clean, good management practices. These types of things we want to focus on in terms of the training of the farmers, things that don't cost very much, but it will make a huge impact on the farms.
Now, a local daily also reported last week that a pineapple farmer on Eleuthera shared some concerns for this $2.5 million project, charging that the initiative must be coupled with training and investment supporting facilities, such as testing laboratories. To that, Lightbourne says this.
Just throwing money at any situation is never a good thing, and that's not what the government is doing right now. This is why I'm here as a consultant to find out information so that we can make proper decisions on how the money is to be used. We're at the planning and development stage of the project, and we wouldn't be able to design the project unless we have the information from the people who are actually on the ground. So from what we've learned, there's a lot of education and training needed, one. There's some equipment needed, two. And then there's diagnostics that needs to be done on a constant basis. So the idea is to even have small labs that we can train people on the island to be able to do certain testing in their own environment.
She says the goal is to make the country as self-sufficient as possible in this arena. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
An unexpected twist in the Adrian Gibson corruption trial after a Crown witness suffered a health emergency. Fern Carey shares the details.
Emergency medical teams called in to assist Senior Manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation, Miners Kaggle Sherman, Thursday after she fell out while in the witness box shortly before the court adjourned for the day. Kaggle Sherman had just finished testifying in the cross-examination from Adrian Gibson's lead attorney, Damian Gomez Casey, and was being given the usual caution by Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson when she informed the court that she felt nauseous before falling out. Attorneys and court personnel immediately rushed to assist, while Grant Thompson dismissed the jury. Before her medical emergency, Kaggle Sherman testified that she was harassed by then Water and Sewage General Manager Elwood Donaldson. Gomez suggested that there did not appear to be any tension between her and Donaldson. However, the senior manager recalled that the back and forth between them went on day after day via email, with Donaldson constantly harassing her. On Wednesday, she testified that Donaldson fired her because she refused to pay contractors due to a lack of proper documentation. Prosecutors say Cockle Sherman will receive medical treatment and should be able to testify sometime next week when the trial resumes. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
In news from Parliament this evening, the Ombudsman Bill, proposed legislation to essentially investigate the administrative actions of a public agency and decide if there were any wrongdoing, is off to the Senate following a full day of debate and passage in the House of Assembly Wednesday evening. Making a case for the bill, East Grand Bahama MP Kwesi Thompson claimed that if an ombudsman was in place, there would be many complaints about the government.
We also understand from the country's financial secretary, as reported in the press, that the government is planning or on imposing a brand new tax on all air freight. We on this side vehemently oppose any such additional fee or tax on the Bahamian people. We also cannot forget the increase that's coming for national insurance that will come into effect come July of this year. On another question of maladministration, there is the issue of the $500 million loan that was taken out recently by Ministry of Finance.
Referencing the maladministration component of the bill, Thompson questioned the planned use of the loan, prompting this response from mover of the bill, Freetown MP, the Honourable Wayne Munro.
The position of the government and the actual word in the statute is for the avoidance of doubt, and it was explained ad nauseum. The doubt had arisen because what the government says is a fallacious interpretation of the law, and we accept that they have a different position than we do, but to suggest that it's done from our part motivated to do that is actually misleading. And where they have a complaint that their view is right, I guess one would say, thank God that we are putting this gentleman in place or lady in place who can help them try to vindicate all of these, because as I say, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the thing about the ombudsman is you can make a complaint, and he can tell you it has merit, or he could tell you it has no merit.
The Broadcasting Corporation are making a major move over in the Turks and Caicos Islands. The BCB and Digicel today renewed a contract allowing ZNS to join the TCI TV lineup. Tonight, Devontae Hanna has the details from the signing and the road ahead as ZNS readies itself for the region.
By putting pen to paper, residents in the Turks and Caicos Islands will continue to enjoy watching the ZNS network. The contract for renewal signed today in Providentiality's Turks and Caicos by executives from both companies. The CEO of Digicel TCI, Addison Stoddard, and manager Calvert Robertson say paying to have ZNS on their cable lineup for Turks Islanders just makes good business sense.
ZNS, of course, has, great coverage, not just news, of course, sports. In fact, I find myself, when sometimes the Olympic comes around, I sometimes tune into ZNS and, of course, listen to the commentary because, of course, you have really excellent coverage, and we have our Caribbean athletes that are well covered there. So this is really a great initiative, and I'm happy that this has continued. And of course, we'd like to see it grow further.
Listening to the conversation just now, it brought to mind a text message that I received this week from one of our agents. They sent me a message and said a customer specifically asked if their package have ZNS. Wow. All right? And that's one of the reasons why they wanted the package. So I said, yes, it's available. So it goes to show the relationship that ZNS and Digicel will have and continue to develop for years to come.
ZNS General Manager Clint Watson is of the view that this partnership with Digicel is a win for both territories.
ZNS, who is the leader in communications in the Bahamas, partnering with Digicel, which is a leader in the region in communications, it makes sense. And this is what we need to do more of in the Caribbean. Caribbean giants in their various perspectives partnering together to ensure that the people of the region are connected and have great opportunity and options to choose in great television. We are creating great television in the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Not only are we going to be a leader in the region in news and information, but we're going to be a leader in the region and create entertainment, great shows, great documentaries, and of course, our leading platform now in digital media.
And Deputy General Manager of Family Island Affairs, Darren Meadows, believes the agreement will pave the way for new TCI talent.
So you could rest assured that we will begin the process of engaging the local producers so that we have shows that come from here. I'm talking about your athletes, your culture, your politics, your religion, and so forth. And so in doing that, we would like for Digicel to partner with us and make things happen in that regard.
Chairman of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, Picewell Forbes, says the Bahamas and TCI has a lot in common. He likened it to one big family, sharing cultural, religious, political, and civic similarities.
And recently at the corporation, we would have gone through an exercise where we would have had the relaunching and the rebranding at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, ZNS Radio and Television, coming up some 18 new programs, and which should be in full effect come April of this year. So exciting things are happening at the BCB, and we are glad to be here once again to sign in Providenciales, so that what we are doing in New Providence could also be seen here.
BCB executives say they plan to further dialogue with Digicel to ensure it can put ZNS in homes throughout the region. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. The Bahamas Humane Society, the Bahamas Alliance for Animal Rights and Kindness, and animal advocates from around the world partnering to put on perhaps their most serious operation yet, one that hopes to tackle the large number of strays on the streets, starting with a simple spay and neuter. And it's all free of charge. Anthony Smith explains.
But please, fix your female, fix your male, help us cut down on suffering and unwanted animals.
That urgent plea from Bahamas Humane Society Executive Chairman Kim Arana as Operation Potcake continues, a massive effort designed to alleviate the rapidly climbing population of abandoned and stray animals on the streets of New Providence.
Early last year, the Humane Society was just inundated with cats and dogs and kittens and puppies, and it became apparent that the only solution was a massive spay and neuter program. It takes a long time to organize. It takes a lot of money to raise. It takes a lot of volunteers.
115 volunteers from more than 15 different countries, to be exact, conducting spay and neutering surgeries at 4 locations throughout the island. Visiting their DeVoe Street location on Saturday was spouse of the Prime Minister Anne-Marie Davis, the cause near and dear to the Humane Society board members' heart.
It's important because we have something like 25,000 stray dogs here on New Providence, and they multiply very quickly. And some of them are not so healthy, some of them have diseases. So this process controls the dog population, dog and cats.
Despite this, Operation Potcake officials say pet owners have been slow to trickle in, citing the plight of those who breed to sell and others who are of the opinion that breeding is an animal right. Whatever it may be, officials say their reasonings are also leading to more strays.
It is the kindest thing you can do because many, many dogs and cats end up living on the street. They have miserable lives. They die horrible deaths because of disease or getting run over or mistreatment or not being fed. So spaying and neutering is the most humane thing you can do for the population of animals in this country.
Operation Potcake ends Saturday, January 27th at 2 p.m. The goal is to spay and neuter 3,000 cats and dogs during the duration of the program. For the Bahamas Tonight, I am Antoine Smith.
We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what to expect in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Wellness Federation getting ready for elections. We'll tell you just how you can be a part ahead in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, play more, stream more with BTC.
Ahead of its much-anticipated ball, the Red Cross held a special reception at Government House to recognize individuals and organizations that continue to support Red Cross and its many undertakings. And of course, BTC, which has had a years-long outstanding relationship with the Red Cross and is also title and platinum sponsor of this year's ball, was among the organizations recognized.
There is no entity in the Bahamas that does the work that the Bahamas Red Cross does. I was very happy when they had selected us to be their corporate partner and sponsor this ball as we have done in the past. My only commitment to them is that we are prepared to do this for years to come, as we want to ensure their success in the work that they do.
Me having had experience in the Red Cross and seeing the work that they do, it gives me pride to see BTC supported, from the mental health support that they give, from the food service that they give, the way they help, young people, even the youth program that they're involved in and that they execute. So this is an amazing day for us to be able to commit, because we know that the money that we give, the contribution that we give is gonna multiply tenfold. So this is amazing.
This year, we celebrate our 50th annual ball under the theme 50 Shades of Red, a Golden Celebration. BTC is just the ultimate title sponsor, and it's so important that we partner with them because they were able to defray some of the cost of this ball, and which contributes to the success of the ball. So we want to thank BTC for this partnership, and we look forward to your continuous support.
We at BTC are mighty proud to support the work done by the Red Cross. So here's to another exciting Red Cross ball, as we can't wait to see you all on the dance floor. Faster, stronger, more reliable, together, BTC unstoppable. I'm Corvell Pye from Be Well, and be back here next BTC Connection.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights, a symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Another showdown on Bay Street tonight. This time behind the masquerading and parading are 22 groups of tiny tots all the way to senior high schoolers. Junior Junkanoo originated in 1987 to assemble young people through workshops, seminars, and summer programs. They were taught the fundamentals of Junkanoo design, music, costuming, and dance. Now you can watch our continued coverage of this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade right here on the ZNS Network at 8 p.m. into the Bahamas tonight for the past week, then you may have seen news of JCN's Company of the Year and its plans to expand in the year 2024. On that end, our Anthony Smith tells us tonight that their work may just be coming to an island near you.
Their presence on the island of Exuma, a familiar one by now, though officials reveal they've also turned their eyes one island over.
Eleuthera is definitely next.
The Freedom Isles of Eleuthera, the latest outer island to be on the receiving end of a major facelift. Bahama Striping Group of Companies, subsidiary Caribbean Paving Solutions, set to drive forth the massive undertaking.
The scope of works entails road works, so I think it's 164 miles. Of road pavement, as well as some areas of drainage, as drainage wells and sidewalks and culverts. We're going to be putting in some underground water utilities and in areas that don't currently have it.
No saying just how long a project this massive will take for now, though officials predict work will be done at a much faster pace. Bahama Striping Group Executive Chairman Dominic Sturb tells us how.
Unlike Exuma, right now we're doing a mile a week in Exuma. In Eleuthera, we expect to pave 4 to 5 miles a week. And we're able to pave more miles a week because you have two companies who's doing base work in the settlement. Our company will do base work in the highway. So more roads will be done.
Local companies Quick Fix and New View are tapped to carry out the supporting works. As for when the teams will deploy,
we have already purchased the plan for Eleuthera. We have already secured the land in South Eleuthera. So we're hoping by the first week in March, we will be able to put down asphalt on the ground.
The Eleuthera paving project will run congruently with Bahama Striping's Exuma Roadworks Improvement Contract. Meantime, officials tell our news team they're setting their sights countrywide. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
You know that wanderlust that bites many of us all throughout the year, only to be repressed and packed away again and again? Well, one Bahamian has acted on those feelings, making it a mission to see as many countries as possible. And as Jimenita Swain tells us in this next report, she's more than halfway there, introducing Jess to the world.
Are you looking to set some travel milestones for 2024? Well, we had a chance to talk with Globe setter Eustacia Jennings, who shares with us some tips on how you can make that happen.
I would say just go. Just do it. Stop waiting on people. Once it's within your budget and you have the means to do it, do it.
For Eustacia, the sky's the limit. The project manager has visited more than 100 countries, and as she tells it, it's not as hard as you think.
I look to see where can I afford to go. I be realistic, right? Like I couldn't afford to go to the Maldives for quite a while, and then I was able to. But I start with my budget. I keep a budget for every one of my trips. I have a travel account, and I only travel within my means.
A planner by nature, Jennings says that has afforded her the opportunity to visit 103 countries.
I brought in the year my 100th country in Prague, Czech Republic, and that was just amazing. The fireworks, the Christmas markets, the lights. It was beautiful. It was cold, but it was beautiful.
With a passport full of stamps, Jennings says one country holds a special place in her heart, albeit it's not the easiest place to visit.
So my most interesting and favorite country is Bhutan. And it's a small little country in the Himalayas.
From what I understand, I think it's even very difficult to get to visit there.
They weren't open to tourists for probably until the 1970s. And then when they did open, they limited to the number of persons that could come into the country. And now they further limit that by charging a $200 a night fee just to enter the country. But it was so worth it. They measure gross national happiness there in Bhutan. They don't focus on the gross domestic product. They focus on culture and environment and sustainability and making sure that their people are in tune with nature.
As for her ultimate goal,
visit all the countries of the world. I would like to, but I'm taking it in strides and in steps. And for this year, I was dropped in my spirit to really focus on Africa. I haven't planned, and I have trips planned, but I haven't booked anything as yet. But I really want to focus on the continent of Africa. I want to tap into our heritage and our culture. I even plan on taking like a DNA test to see like what our ancestry makeup is and visit those countries.
Now, whether traveling with a group or traveling solo, Jennings says just make sure you plan your itinerary and have a whole lot of fun. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swing.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes.
$30,000?
30. How you win? All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win. Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy you everything, but I gotta turn my light on. But I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, "Bob."
Jump into January and save with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounce, 2 for $5. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $3.75. Boneless chicken breasts, $2.99 per pound. Romaine hearts, 3-pack, $4.99. Another year to save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Long Island member Adrian Gibson expressing concerns over COVID on that island, and this just days after health officials followed up on similar health concerns on Inagua. Gibson also claims his constituents are in desperate need of medication at both clinics on the island.
Complaints from my constituents with respect to a bug and or COVID on the island. And I believe that we have to pay special attention to the possibility of an uptick in COVID on these islands, particularly islands like mine. I know there's a number of persons who are now wearing masks again because there are folks who have been taken to clinic or even had to come to Nassau because of the bug and or COVID. So I would encourage the Ministry of Health to see or to look into the state of affairs on the island.
Tall Pines MP and Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville made it clear there is no epidemic as it relates to COVID cases on Long Island.
When medicines are forwarded, there could be delays in shipment, and I heard his cry, and I want to assure the residents of Long Island that they are not being neglected, like no other clinic throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. He also made reference as it relates to COVID-19 and the fact that people are leaving Long Island. I'm not sure if I really listened to it, but also I want to let him know that at our clinics throughout the archipelago, there's a mask mandate, which means our healthcare professionals and clients, when they come to our clinics and hospital, must have masks. The reason why that's important is because we have a shortage of medical staff, and we know COVID has never left the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It's here. It's something that we live with, and we have a strong surveillance unit that is on the ground in all of our family islands and in New Providence, where we are constantly monitoring cases.
Well, those 40 passengers aboard Bahamasair Flight 402 from Crooked Island and Acklands breathing a collective sigh of relief after mid-flight mechanical issues forced the aircraft back to the airport. While giving an account of what transpired, Tourism's Director of Aviation, Kenneth Roma, revealed that all passengers on board were able to make it safely to their final destination aboard another plane.
There was much things circulated in the media, social media especially, that spoke about a fire. We checked, there was no fire. It was actually a surge. And the pilots, being highly trained, did what they should have done. They returned to the gates and ensured that they did a proper assessment of the aircraft. We had promised that this morning a mechanical team would visit Crooked Island to assess the grounded aircraft. That has since happened, and we're pleased that at 2 o'clock today, that aircraft, the ferried aircraft, is back en route to Nassau. Passengers who might have been inconvenienced, Crooked Island and Acklands, have been accommodated on a Western air flight. So we're working now with our partners to ensure that passenger inconvenience is minimized.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Lakeisha. We have partly cloudy skies, a temperature at 75 degrees, relative humidity 82%. The winds are out of the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,021.4 millibars. That is 30.20 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 73 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Greenville, Key and Abaco, Marshall, Abaco at 74. The Berry Islands, 76. Alistown, Bimini, 77, 76 in Harbor Island. Rockstown, Eleuthera, 74 degrees. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 76. Kemps Bay, South Andros. Black Point, Exuma, 77 degrees. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 75. 76 in Georgetown, Exuma. 76 also in Ragged Island, Cloudstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Miguana, 75. Acklands, 75. Matthewtown, Inagua, a little warm there at 80 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 78 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Friday, winds going to fall off southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. High tide takes place at 7:47 tonight, another high tide at 8:10 tomorrow morning. In the Central and Southeastern Islands, the winds are going to be southeast at 15 to 20 knots, and this will hold right through Friday. Wave heights at 4 to 6 feet, and we will keep that caution flag in place through Friday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget.
great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall with the GSSA High School Hoops action on the agenda yesterday, featuring the CC Sweden Cobras and the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins at Kendall Isaacs. Marlins, and this was senior boys play Doris, not one of the better boys teams in the division, and it would definitely show up. Cobras dictating the tempo and the scoreboard as they are on their way to an 89-39 drubbing of their opponent. Emmanuel Adams had 25 for the Cobras. Stephen Robinson had 12 for Doris. Afterwards, Cobras coach Dashton Baker spoke about his team's performance.
We're doing pretty good. I think we're supposed to be a little farther in terms of cohesiveness, but you know, we'll take it. We got one more game. We got a bunch of practices before the playoffs, and that's my job as a coach. I'm definitely have my guys ready to go for the start of the playoffs.
Doris coach Kevon Spence disappointed in the loss, but remaining positive about the road ahead.
Well, we're improving slowly but surely. The guys are starting to listen. We've started over this year. We had a good year last year, so we have a fresh crop of players. So we're just hoping for the best to close out the season and to build for the future.
And as the regular season winds down for the GSSA in basketball, the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves find themselves unbeaten against all comers so far. The program has experienced a renaissance under the direction of second-year coach Danico Bowles, who credits the success so far to his team's commitment to getting better.
Hats off for these kids. You know, they came in eager. They wanted it. They wanted to work hard, you know, and everybody's passionate about the sport as well. You know, so I think that's half of the battle being won, and just, of course, me teaching them what they need to know, you know, definitely puts the icing on the cake. You know, into the second year, you know, like I said, the guys, they're really, really hungry. You know, they want to be a part of a program, want to be a part of a system that's winning. I know so far we've been able to put that together and cultivate that at Anatole Rogers, and we'll continue to do so for years to come.
And the Bahamas Bodybuilding, Wellness, and Fitness Federation set to hold its election of officers on the 27th of January. This is going to be at J-Line Fitness Gym. With President Joel Stubbs already resigning his post, all positions are expected to be highly contested. Godfrey Robinson, one of the Federation's current executives, outlined the criteria for participation in the process.
So we are actually opening up the elections to any one of our supporters or anyone out there who feel as though they would like to join this organization and run for one of the positions that are up for grabs. We will be following the constitution laid down by the IFBB, which states that active athletes, being a professional athlete or one of the amateur athletes, they are ineligible to run for the position of president or any of the executive posts that are up for grabs. But however, they can work in the background as part of the subcommittees if they still want to be a part of the organization.
And that's your check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't forget, we got your Thursday weather just ahead. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
those that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family.